So this is a video you might have been anticipating from me. Maybe you haven't, I don't know. But you might have also been thinking, when is it coming? It's coming now. This is my eurovisionathon TBR. And and also, it's actually not complete because I have some books coming in the mail and also some books from the library that hasn't come yet. But it's like, I love this book. Like, it's a good start of books. So yeah, I'm gonna show you these ones I have, and I'll do a second TBR, updated TBR when I get the other books. So yeah, first we have the Unadoptables by Hannah Tuk. So this is middle grade, all about some orphans who aren't getting adopted or adopted. We don't really know why. I don't really know why. The back says the remarkable, the extraordinary, the brave. I'm not sure if this, because it's set in 1880 Amsterdam. I'm not sure if this is just kind of like a middle grade funny series, or if it's middle grade mystery series, or what it is. No, yeah, a sinister gentleman. So yeah, it's some like mystery story. I do know it's the first in a duet, at least. Maybe it's more. And yeah, this one would be used for Netherlands because Amsterdam. So yeah. And then we have Farleg Språk by Ottar Grepstad. I just found this one randomly in a bookstore, not in a bookstore, sorry, in a library. And it's a non-fiction about languages, språk, Norwegian language. And yeah, it's about languages, so I believe it's about language around the world, but I like languages. I tend to often have like at least one language book on my TBR. And yeah, it's a bit thicker. I have like a mix of thicker books and thinner books and whatnot. But yeah, also give me a moment. And yeah, because this is about languages, I don't really know which country I want to use it for yet. But I'm gonna pick it up. Well, see if I pick it up. I mean, it's not like all these books I will read, but yeah, I want to read this one. So yeah. Then we have 10 Steps to Nanette by Hannah Gadsby. Hannah Gadsby is an Australian comedian, so this will be for Australia. This is her biography. It's a bit of a chunky one. It is. No, yeah, it is just 400 pages. For some reason, I don't know, it kind of feels like 500, 600 pages. But yeah, I've seen lots of her stand up and she's very funny. So yeah, excited to read this one. Then we have Dyrene som forsvant. So the animals that disappeared. This is a non-fiction kids book all about endangered or dead species. And yeah, I'm thinking it's from around. Oh yes, around the world. Also, give me a moment. Probably from around the world, but I don't really know. Yeah, at least Australia and yeah, different places. Like it doesn't say all the places here at the back. Does it say? Because I suppose I could have checked here. I can't. You know what? Because maybe it's just set in Australia, or I forget. Maybe it doesn't really go into Europe. If so, well, that was just gonna be a fun read. So yeah. Then we have a book I picked up last year, and I thought of reading last year and didn't happen. Eurovision: A History of Modern Europe Through the World's Greatest Song Contest by Chris West. So this is all about Eurovision. I'm not sure if he goes into all the countries, but he probably goes into a lot of the countries. So yeah, it could be used for a lot of countries, this one. Might use it for Luxembourg because they're participating this year. But yeah. Then we have The Devil's Blade by Mark Elder. This one will be used for France. And it's a fictionalized version of Julie d'Aubigny, which is a real life person from the 1700s in France. She was bisexual, she was an opera singer, and she had sword fights, and she was just so badass. And yeah, this is a retelling of her story with like a fantasy element to it, with like deal with devil thing. And yeah, I've had it for a few years now, so I'm thinking, yeah, probably grab myself in a neck and actually read it this year, or at least start it. Then we have Around the World in 50 Years by Albert Podell. This is a travel log about a guy who traveled the world during 50 years. It's around the world, but I think in some places he went to, probably in Europe. So yeah, I don't know, like no, I don't know all the places he went to, but he's been in a lot of places. I think maybe it says somewhere. Yeah, no, because I think at first person he went to all the countries in the world. Now I think he might not have gone everywhere in the world. I think it's been a lot of places. So yeah. And then we have Stick a Flag in It by Aram Lumas. 1,000 years of bizarre history from Britain and beyond. So I don't really know which country I'm going to use this one for. This is one of several books that I don't really know which I'll use it for because it's an anecdote book, like history book of a lot of places. Um, so I'll just kind of discover which country I'll use it for when I finish the book because that's easier. I would feel like because I mean the thing is with the eurovisionathon, you can like if it mentions the place in one paragraph, you can use it. So I feel like that's kind of easier to check off a country after you finish the book, because it's not always easy to see all the places. They don't mention all the places at the back. So yeah, but it sounds like a fun nonfiction. Uh, doesn't seem to be a lot of pictures, but it seems like to be a fun anecdotal story. So yeah, then we sorry have Ninna's Dagbook 2 by what's the author's called again? The author shouldn't by Henriette Lynn. So this trilogy came out in late 2000. I feel like this one came out like 2008. Oh god damn it! No, 2006. But still, quite a while ago. But yeah, it's kind of like been described as Bridget Jones, but like for Danish audience. I read the first one ages ago, and now I have the second one. And then next year I can pick up the third one. So yeah, it's like a Danish journalist who's moving through life in her own way, and yeah, it's written in diary form, so you have like it's quite easy and quick to read. So yeah. Then we have Glorious Exploits by Fabian Lennon. As you might see, this is based around or like based in Greece. I'm not quite sure because I heard good things about this. Like people talk about how fun this is. I feel like it might either take place in ancient Greece or it's about anthropologists who talk about ancient Greece. I feel like it's one of those things. But yeah, it's gotten lots of good reviews. And I've heard it hyped around Final Library. And I was like, yeah, heard good things about this one. Why not? Then we have Blanke Ark by Johanna Schreiber. This is the second in this trilogy. It's by a Swedish author, set in Sweden, and it's set in a publishing house. So that's always fun to read about when you're a book lover like me, obviously. And also the main character has ADHD, so she's kind of like living with that. She has an ex-husband who's kind of ass, and yeah, living her life as best as she can. And yeah, I did read the first book a few years ago, and excited to pick up the second book. Sorry. Then we have another nonfiction. We have The Mammoth Book of Losers by Carl Shaw. So this is all about epic failures throughout history. And I believe this is again a book about his failures around the world. But it's probably some of them, well, probably a lot of them, thinking because it's a British author. Probably a lot of them think might be like UK based. A lot of them might be Europe based because you sadly kind of often think about your own place in the world when you before you talk about the rest of the world. So yeah, but it seems like quite a fun book. Had it on my shelf for a little while, and yeah, a good time to read it. And then we have, and yeah, I don't really know which country we use it for because it could be a lot of countries. Then we have a recent purchase. Yeah, I've bought some books lately. Yeah, I know I shouldn't buy that many more books, but I have. Oops. But yeah, Fröken Solinas Hemlighet by Sara Medberg. So Sara Medberg is a Finnish author. She's written this quartet of historical mystery slash romance books. This is the third in her series. It's a contemporary series. I read the first one, and then I heard about the second one. I was like, second one doesn't really seem that interesting. This one looked cool. It's about the daughter of and I was thinking, no, I'm thinking wrong. What am I thinking here? Didn't I? Okay, I'm mixing up another book. But yeah, it's historical mystery slash. It's from like people who kind of escaped the French Revolution now, living in Sweden, and it's court drama, it's love story. I'm here for it. Then we have, and yeah, that one would be from Finland. Then we have Charlie Hernandez and a Golden Doom. This would be for Portugal or Spain. I'm not quite sure because I mean Spain's not that difficult to find books for. I might find a lot of books for Spain. Not sure, but at least one of those. It's the third in the series, and yeah, every book in the series so far has had something to do with Portugal or Spain. Or it's mostly Latin American based, but I mean Latin America is also often geared towards Spain because that's where it all started and whatnot. And yeah, this is just very funny series, and I look forward to checking it out. Then we have The Iron Duke by Meljean Brooke. This is a steampunk book, and I believe it takes place, or like it has something to do with Iceland. So yeah, I'm gonna use this one for Iceland. And yeah, it's been on my TBR for a little while, so yeah, gonna be fun to try a new steampunk author. And yeah, and then but not least, or you know what? I'm just gonna double check. Is it last? Maybe. For now, but not least, One Summer in Sicily by Nancy Barone. So this is all about someone going to Sicily. She's visiting her husband. Her husband turns out to be cheating, so she finds a purpose and whatnot. A cheesy little read. So yeah, definitely here for that. And that's yeah, for Italy. Some in Sicily is in Italy, so yeah. So that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 17 books. So yeah, quite a few. I mean, takes place over 5 weeks, so I have time for that. And of course, maybe I won't finish them all, but I think I'll finish quite a lot of them. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm thinking I might do like some vlogging or something throughout the eurovisionathon. And yeah, if you want to comment about any of these books, if you've read them, heard about them, if you have thoughts, recommendations for other things, recommendations. I mean, I have just finished my TBR, but like, yeah, I suppose if you have like a book for you, like, you have to read this book, and I pick it for a country if it's a country I haven't used or whatnot. But yeah, and yeah, I hope you have a nice Eurovision fun yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye.